Don't waste your life because life is not promised and it is not something you can get back once it slips away from your hands. Too many people walk through each day as if they have been guaranteed tomorrow, as if they can wake up whenever they want and still have endless chances to make things right. But the truth is that every single day you wake up is a blessing, it is an opportunity, it is another chance given to you to live, to grow, to fight, to love, and to fulfill the reason you are here. So many take life for granted, and in doing so they forget how precious time really is. You can have all the dreams in the world, you can have all the plans, but if you waste the days, if you let them slip by without intention, then you will wake up one day full of regret, wondering where all the years have gone. You see, life is beautiful, it is not always easy, it is not always fair, but beauty is not found only in comfort. Beauty is found in the struggle, beauty is found in the climb, beauty is found in every moment you choose to keep moving forward, no matter what comes against you. Every storm that passes, every challenge you overcome, every lesson you learn adds to the depth of who you are and the richness of your life. When you stop to realize that even pain has value, even failure has meaning, then you begin to understand that life itself is good. No matter what you are facing, life still has something to offer, and that something is hope, that something is opportunity, that something is the chance to rise again. Too often people let setbacks define them, they let disappointment crush their spirit, they convince themselves that because things did not go their way they no longer have a reason to keep fighting. But that is the biggest lie you can tell yourself, because as long as you are breathing, as long as your heart is beating, you still have a purpose, you still have time to make a change, you still have the ability to create a new path. No matter what your past looks like, no matter what mistakes you have made, no matter how many times you have fallen, today is new, today is a gift, today is an open door, and what you choose to do with it is entirely up to you. Life is not about waiting for the perfect conditions, because there will always be obstacles, there will always be problems, there will always be reasons to quit, but you cannot waste your life waiting for everything to line up just right. You have to move forward anyway, you have to believe anyway, you have to keep going anyway, because greatness is not born in comfort zones, greatness is forged in the fire of adversity. Every champion, every leader, every world changer had to go through moments where they could have given up, but they didn't. They chose to fight one more time, they chose to push a little harder, they chose to believe when no one else did, and that is the same choice you must make if you do not want to waste your life. Every day you are given is a chance to love deeper, to dream bigger, to push harder, to rise higher, to make a difference in someone else's life, to grow into the person you were created to be. Do not underestimate what one day can do, because one day of effort can spark a lifetime of change. One day of courage can open doors you never thought possible. One day of gratitude can turn your entire perspective around and allow you to see blessings where you once only saw problems. The truth is, you are more powerful than you realize, you are stronger than you think, and you are capable of more than you can imagine. But you will never know that if you keep wasting your days living without purpose, waiting for the right moment, or allowing fear to control you. Life will pass you by if you do not take it seriously. So stop letting time slip away, stop making excuses, stop telling yourself you will start tomorrow, because tomorrow is not promised. Today is the only guarantee you have, and if you waste today, then you are throwing away something you can never get back. Every sunrise is a message that you have another shot. Every breath is proof that your story is not finished. Every moment is a reminder that life is still worth living. No matter how dark it gets, no matter how heavy the load feels, no matter how tired you may be, you can still choose to get back up, you can still choose to believe, you can still choose to fight for the life you know you were meant to live. Don't let your days become a blur of wasted time. Don't let your dreams wither away because you were too afraid to act. Don't let your heart grow cold because of past pain. Instead, use every single day as fuel, use every single struggle as motivation, use every single blessing as a reminder that life is too precious to waste. When you understand this, you stop complaining and you start appreciating, you stop waiting and you start moving, you stop wasting and you start living, because life is not about how long you live, it is about how fully you live the time you have. It is about the impact you make, the love you give, the strength you show, and the courage you embody in the face of everything that tries to break you. So live boldly, live fearlessly, live intentionally, because the greatest tragedy is not death, the greatest tragedy is a wasted life, and you have been given too much potential, too much opportunity, and too much purpose to waste yours. Don't waste your life, live it now. Action is the bridge between your dreams and your reality. It is the proof that your belief is real, because without action, belief remains a thought, and thoughts alone will never change your life. You can read books, listen to speeches, watch videos, but until you move your feet, until you take that first step, nothing happens. And this is why so many people stay stuck. They keep waiting for the perfect time, the perfect plan, the perfect feeling, but perfection never arrives. Action is what creates clarity, action is what creates confidence, action is what builds momentum, and every great achievement in history began with someone taking a single step forward, even when they were afraid, even when they were uncertain, even when nobody else believed. Because consistent action is more powerful than occasional bursts of motivation. It is easy to be excited for a day, it is easy to work hard for a week, but the real transformation happens when you show up day after day, when you do the Work even when you don't feel like it, when you honor your commitments long after the mood in which you made them has faded, because discipline beats inspiration, habits beat motivation, and consistency beats talent when talent refuses to work hard. And if you want to change your life, you must stop waiting and start doing, you must stop overthinking and start moving, because progress is messy, it is imperfect, but every small step compounds, every small action builds momentum, and over time, those small daily victories add up to massive success. But the danger is that the opposite is also true. Small daily excuses, small daily delays, small daily moments of laziness, they too compound until years go by and nothing has changed. So you must decide which compounding you want in your life, because your future is hidden in your daily routine. It is not what you occasionally do that defines you, it is what you repeatedly do. And if your habits do not align with your goals will never become reality. So take action now. Do not wait until you feel ready, because readiness is an illusion. It comes after you start. Confidence comes after you act, growth comes after you fail and try again. So stop saying tomorrow, stop waiting for motivation, stop giving power to fear, and instead create a plan, commit to the plan, and execute the plan every single day. Because success is not a single big leap, it is 1,000 small steps that nobody else sees, it is the hours of practice. The discipline of waking up early, the grind of doing the hard work when nobody claps, the courage of staying consistent even when results are slow, and if you can master consistency, you can master anything. Because consistency is the key that unlocks every door, it is what turns ordinary people into extraordinary achievers, it is what separates the dreamers from the doers. And if you look at anyone who has achieved greatness, you will always see a story of relentless, repetitive, consistent action. They kept going when it was boring, they kept going when it was painful, they kept going when nobody believed in them, and that is why they succeeded. Because action fueled by consistency always wins in the end. So let this truth sink deep into your heart, that your destiny is shaped not by what you wish for but by what you work for, not by what you say but by what you do, not by what you dream about at night but by what you wake up and execute in the morning. And every time you act, you build momentum, every time you push forward you create energy, every time you stay consistent you prove to yourself that you are capable of more, and that proof builds confidence, and that confidence fuels more action, until you become unstoppable. So do not despise small beginnings, do not underestimate the power of one step, because one step taken every day becomes a marathon, one page written every day becomes a book, one workout every day becomes a strong body, one disciplined choice every day becomes a transformed life. And remember, consistency does not mean perfection. You will stumble, you will make mistakes, you will face setbacks, but what matters is that you keep returning, you keep showing up, you keep moving forward, because success is not about never falling, it is about never staying down. And if you commit to action and consistency, there is nothing in this world that can stop you, because the universe rewards those who refuse to quit, and time bends in favor of those who are persistent. So let today be the day you stop delaying and start doing. Let today be the day you take that step. Let today be the day you commit to consistency, because your life will not change by accident, it will not change by luck, it will change when you take responsibility and act with discipline. So rise up, take control, move forward, and never stop, because your dreams are waiting, your potential is waiting, and the only way to reach them is through daily, determined, consistent action. Your mind is the foundation of everything you will ever create, achieve, or experience in life, and belief is the fuel that drives it forward. Because before you can do something in reality, you must first be able to see it in your imagination, and before you can hold success in your hands, you must hold it firmly in your thoughts. For the truth is that the person who believes in himself when nobody else does, the person who keeps faith in his vision when the world doubts him, that is the person who will rise. Because life does not respond to doubt, hesitation, or fear, it responds to confidence, clarity, and commitment. And the way you think about yourself shapes the way you act shapes your habits, and your habits ultimately shape your destiny. So if your mindset is filled with limitations, if you constantly focus on what could go wrong, on why things are hard, on why you might fail, then your actions will reflect that hesitation, and your results will always fall short. But when your mindset is one of strength, of courage, of belief that you can and you will, then even the obstacles in front of you begin to lose their power, because they cannot defeat someone who has already won in his mind, someone who already sees himself living his dream and walking in victory. And the reason so many people never change their lives is not because they lack talent or opportunity, but because they have imprisoned themselves inside a cage of doubt and fear. They have convinced themselves that they are not enough, that the dream is too big, that the world is too harsh, and the moment you buy into that lie, you stop trying. But the moment you flip the switch inside your head and say, I am capable, I am worthy, I am strong, I can do this, your entire world begins to shift. Because belief is like light in a dark room. Once it shines, everything becomes visible, the path becomes clearer, and your steps become stronger. And understand this, nobody is born with unshakable confidence. It is built, it is created through practice, through discipline, through repeatedly choosing faith over fear. And the more you train your mind to focus on what is possible, the stronger that muscle becomes. So you must guard your thoughts like a treasure, because they are. If you fill your head with negativity, with complaints, with excuses, then that is exactly what will grow in your life. But if you feed your mind with strength, with vision, with words of power, then your life will rise to meet that standard, because the quality of your thoughts becomes the quality of your life. And when you start to believe in yourself, something incredible happens. The world around you begins to believe in you too, because confidence is magnetic. It draws opportunities, it draws people, it draws success. And that is why the greatest leaders, the greatest achievers, the ones who changed history, all had this one thing in common: they had a belief so strong that no amount of failure could crush it, no amount of rejection could destroy it, no amount of criticism could weaken it, because they had already won the battle within. And once you win inside your mind, the outside world has no choice but to follow. But belief alone is not enough if it is not grounded in discipline, because empty confidence will collapse when life tests you, and life will test you. It will throw challenges in your path to see if you are serious, to see if your belief is real, and the only way to prove it is through consistent action. But action flows more easily when the foundation of your mindset is strong, because when you truly believe in yourself, quitting is not an option, fear loses its grip, and doubt becomes just noise in the background. So every morning you must remind yourself who you are. You must choose to stand tall, to think powerful thoughts, to reject negativity, because mindset is not something you build once and forget. It is something you reinforce every day, like sharpening a blade. And the sharper your mindset, the easier it becomes to cut through the lies of fear and limitation. So look in the mirror and see not the person you were yesterday, not the mistakes you made, not the failures you endured, but the person you are becoming, the stronger version of yourself, the one who is learning, growing, and rising. Because belief is not about ignoring reality, it is about creating a new one. And the truth is, you can train your mind the same way you train your body: repetition, practice, consistency. Every time you push back against fear, you strengthen your courage. Every time you tell yourself you are capable, you weaken the power of doubt. Every time you imagine your success vividly, you are programming your brain to expect it, to pursue it, to achieve it. And people may laugh, people may doubt, people may try to pull you back. But remember, their opinion does not define you. Their disbelief does not limit you. Only your mindset can do that. And that is why you must decide right now that no matter how long it takes, no matter how many times you fall, no matter how many obstacles appear, you will keep believing, because a man or woman who refuses to give up is unstoppable, and life bends to the will of those who never quit. So guard your belief, protect it, feed it, and let it grow stronger with each day, because the moment your mind fully accepts that you are destined for more, your life will begin to change, and everything you once thought impossible will become the new standard of your reality.